Hello. Just want to show you the state of my car. It's absolutely bloody filthy. And yet, when I left London at 5 o'clock this morning, it was spotless. Hey ho. I went through a couple of storms on the way just coming into Brighton, and it is what it is. So here we go. So I'm in Bognor. It's Sunday the 2nd of November. I will be checking into Butlins in the morning, to my lunchtime, point of fact. And we'll be down for a week's holiday from tomorrow. Now, I wasn't going to do this now on Sunday, but I thought I've got 2 hours on the car park, so I might as well do it. So I'm going to give you a walkabout and an update on the Premier Inn on the seafront at Bognor. They're coming on with it. The exterior seems to be virtually finished. I'm guessing there's a lot going on, and I haven't locked the car. Hang on. Ah dear. Right, okay, so it looks as though the exterior is virtually finished. Nice whitish coloured brick with arched windows. I'm guessing there's a lot of interior stuff going on at the moment. It should be opened sometime early next year, I should imagine. I've heard. So there you go. Right, so as I said, I'm in town. I'm in Bognor. I've been in town since about 7 o'clock this morning. Left home at 5. Went to do the markets at Ford and Chichester. Now, because of the weather, as I said, just coming into Brighton this morning at about 6:30ish, there was a massive storm. A lot of rain, a lot of wind. Hence why my car's filthy when it was nice and sparkling clean when I left this morning. But hey ho. Yeah, so as I said, I'd done the markets at Ford and Chichester. Ford market, I'm guessing due to the weather, even though it had dried up by then and it was actually sunny. 9 o'clock, it was nice and sunny as the market opened. But unfortunately, it looks like it had kept a lot of people away, which is understandable because of the poxy weather first thing. But now it's I wouldn't say it's warm, but it's dry. So this is the side of the new Premier Inn on the seafront of Bognor. As I mentioned on the Dunes one, once it's finished, once it's up and running, I can't wait to see what the price comparison is. Now, I'm staying in a Premier Inn tonight, well, from this afternoon overnight, just up the road in Shripney, and that's cost me 55 quid, including breakfast, which I thought was pretty damn good, really. So I'll bet you, when this is finished up and running, there's absolutely no way you're going to get those sort of prices you're going to get those sort of prices for a Premier Inn on the seafront. I had no idea if it's going to have a car park. I did think it was going to have an underground car park, which it still may have. I can't be sure, but we will have a look at the other side in a minute. Now, as I mentioned on the other one, just there where the gap is, and to the left was the old fire station, and I think I mentioned in my photographic archive I've got a picture from the 50s, maybe 60s, when the fire station was still operational, and there's a load of old fire engines, fire appliances on the forecourt. But the fire station is gone. That's the town hall, so there's a gap there. See, there's a gap there. It's going to be a bit windy, but I'm not too concerned because of all the microphones pottering on this bloody thing. So that's the gap there. The fire station was joined to the town hall, which is there, just to the right. And the fire station went all the way to the left. Shame it's gone. As I said in the last video, I would have thought it would have been listed, but sadly it obviously wasn't. So just come around to the town hall, the Bognor Regis town hall. I will take you round into the car park. There's a car park and noisy seagulls. Just the other side. I'll show you the other side. Now, the other update I'm going to show you in a minute is the Regis Centre, which I also covered in June's video, and they've actually started, not so much this side, they've actually started on the extension. So I think I explained last time they're extending the theatre. There's a theatre inside the Regis Centre, and that's being extended. Can't really see too much this side, but from the front or rear and side, they've made quite considerable progress. So the other side of the hotel, as you can see, is here. Now just where I'm pointing and where all the building stuff is there, and just let me get past this stump. So just there, which is still part of the town hall, and here where I'm filming, this would have been the rest of the fire station and the yard, I should imagine, the fire station yard. So there you go. So there's the other side of the hotel. As I said, it looks as though externally it's more or less finished. All the windows are in. There's arched windows on the other side, so that is coming on. So just what I'll do a 360 round the Regis Centre, and just to finish off the video, I think I might treat ya and go for a walk up the high street. And it saves me doing it in the week. I was going to do it in the week, but I thought, well, I've parked on the seafront. I've got 2 hours on the seafront. I've got 2 hours before I check in at the Premier Inn in Shripney. So I thought, get one of the videos out of the way now, and why not? So as I said, I'll be checking into Butlins from 1 o'clock tomorrow. Eddie will be on his way down, and Paul will be on his way down with the family as well. So by the time you've watched this, Paul, we would have had the holiday, and we would have had a few pints hopefully, and we would have had our little catch up. So I'm not telling everyone, but I think Paul's got the Butlins bug. Until the next one, mate. Right, so this is the one of the sides of the Regis Centre. Now, which is going to be the rear, I think, is over to the right. I will walk round there in a minute, but they've done a load of stuff there. But the main bit is Market Square side, where the extension to the theatre has really started taking shape. There are some boards up just around the other side. Just it shows you what it's going to be like. I will video those as well. And I've gone round the wrong way. They're embarrassing. So as I said, the other side, Market Square side, you can really see where it's taken shape. There's the car, my car, which was very clean this morning, and it's now bloody filthy. Hi ho, there you go. So the front of the Regis Centre, which you did see on the other video from June, as previously explained, this at the front was a big bar, big pub. It was massive, very nice pub as well. Now I believe once all this renovation is finished, you're getting the pub back, which is going to be really good, because I did go in the pub a few times when it was open, and I went in here on numerous occasions, and it was a really good pub, so I'm hoping it will go back to almost what it was, if not better. So this is the side, Market Square side. And compared with June's video, they have actually done a fair bit, so they are cracking on with it. There's a little bit of side there. We'll chuck a right here, go right around the other side. As I said, there are a load of boards up, which gives you a bit of information. So I'm just cutting through to which was Market Square, and as I said on the last video, you had, this was Market Square, and twice a week you had a really nice market here, really nice market. So if I try and get over to the left as far as I can, zoom in maybe from here. So as you can see, the extension on this side is well and truly taking place. So we'll see what the situation is later on in the year. I might have the opportunity to come back and have another holiday before the end of the year, if not the very beginning of next year, as I've got to get rid of a few extra days of annual leave from work. So here's one of the advertising boards. See the arcade in the middle one there, which looks like they're going to do something there as well. We'll walk through there in a minute. So if you want to read all that properly, just pause the video at some point, and I'm sure you'll be able to read all that properly for yourselves. So there you go, there's your Regis Centre update. So I'm gonna take for a walk up the high street, round to the train station, which I've done before, but not with the new camera. So that's going to be interesting. So the arcade. So when I walked up here earlier on, I was shocked and stunned to see that Santander has closed. Another gutting blow for the town centre. So Santander was on the corner over on the left there, and it's gone. There you go. Right, I'm going to go straight for the middle. I might have a chat about upcoming video, maybe videos after this. So, High Street Bognor. How you doing? All right. So, as I said, we are checking in at Butlins tomorrow lunchtime. I'll be checking in at 1. Eddie will probably be an hour or two after me, and Paul and Co, whatever time the guys turn up. So, past couple of weeks, I've been watching Pigeon. Okay. No, over the past couple of weeks, I've been watching people's family holidays at Butlins, Bognor, where a few of them have done walkabouts, and I've been watching with interest, mainly looking in the background to see what's changed. Has anything changed? Those of you who watched my St Catherine's dock video from a few months ago regarding what I heard about a load of changes inside the skyline. Now, I promise during the week's video or videos at Butlins, I will not mention the R word. I'm going to say it quick. Skyline roof. We've been there, we've done that, we've talked about that. I'm not going to mention it until it's changed, and until they get a new one. I ain't going to mention it, I promise. So, I've been watching these families' videos the past couple of weeks. I think the most recent one I watched was from about three and a half weeks ago. And as I said, I was scrutinising in the background what's changed, anything new, blah blah blah. Now, the only couple of things a few things I've noticed is that the toy shop, which was outside at the entrance to Red's, has reopened and obviously been renovated. The opposite side, I think, is an entrance to a load of new amusements. Now, until I get on camp and suss out a walking route for the next video, as far as I can make out, if you can, those of you who are familiar with Butlins Bognor, if you imagine the entrance to centre stage, where the stairs are, where the lift is, if you go way beyond there, it's basically way behind where the entrances and stairs are. They have opened that all up and they've put in a load more amusements. Quite a lot. They've also opened up another entrance into Reds. So if you can imagine, and you will see this on one of the upcoming videos over the next couple of days, if you picture walking into centre stage and going past the entrance to the rear, that's all been opened up, I think, and it's all load more amusements and noisy car. Thank you. So that's all open. That's all opened up, and where the new amusements are, I believe, and you will see this on upcoming video, there's going to be an entrance, a shuttered entrance into Reds. Now I don't know how they're going to police that, because if that's opened up in the evenings, they're going to have more security at that entrance. So theoretically, you're going to have 2 entrances into Reds. But as I said, all this will be clarified when I've checked in tomorrow and when I've had a chance to settle in and I've decided what route to do. So over on the right is the train station. So this will be handy. I'm gonna turn around and walk back in a second. There you go, train station. Hey. Train station. So this could be handy for people who've never been here before but are coming down by train and you don't fancy getting a cab. I think cab from here round to Bartley is about £6, I think. 6 or 7 quid. So come out of the train station with all your luggage and your kids and your husbands and your boyfriends. You come out of the station, chuck a left there, just walk up to the High Street, goes round to the right. Now I will, when we get up the other end of the High Street, I shall show you a shortcut round to main gate, slightly quicker than walking up to the seafront and chucking a left. But that'll be in a few minutes. So on the right here is the Syrup Cafe. Which is undergoing a bit of a renovation, some of which has been finished because I was here a while ago, and it's a good cafe. food is freshly prepared, freshly cooked, very tasty, and it's a highly recommended and well-known cafe in town centre. So if you're on foot, come round, fork right up to the rest of your high street with your luggage and your kids and your boyfriends and your husbands and your bit on the sides. And just walk up the way we just came, up the high street. To be fair, the shops up the high street here, to be fair, since the 90s haven't changed that much, if I'm honest with you. A few of the larger chains have come and gone, but in general, the high street and the shops haven't changed that much, to be fair. So I'm just going to shut up for a couple of minutes, enjoy the high street, and then I will pinpoint the shortcut to camp at the end of this high street. I might sneeze in a minute, so you might have to bear with me. Oh dear. As I said, just coming into Brighton about 6:30 this morning, and went through a massive rainstorm, a massive downpour, and with a bit of wind as well. And then that probably just got to roughly Shoreham when it stopped, and it actually brightened up straight away, more or less. But then I had to encounter flooded roads between Shoreham, Arundel, Littlehampton and Ford. A lot of flooded roads, and a few of them you didn't really notice until you went through it. So that was an experience. So my nice clean car, which I had this morning when I left home, is now absolutely filthy. So, end of the high street. Now I'm going to go straight over through the arcade again, but if you're coming down on train and you've never been here before and you're with the husband, you're with the boyfriend or the girlfriend and the kids, or if you've got a bit on the side and the pair of you are coming down now, if you chuck a left there and just follow that road there, I'm filming, you follow that road there all the way around, it brings you to a little mini roundabout and you'll be at the side of the camp. If you do a right at that roundabout, up to the end there's a little left, and that will take you into the second main entrance of the camp. It's quite quick as it goes. So put these pretty flowers up in the arcade, which is quite nice. So I think I'll just take a walk over to the seafront, finish the video there, and then decide what to do for the next whatever. I can't check into Premier Inn until 3 o'clock. So still got a bit of time. So you enjoyed that little walk up the high street. Saves me doing it during the week, and then I'll concentrate on a walk around video of Butlins, which you will see after this walk. And then who knows what else is around the corner. Look at this weather now. It's a little bit blowy, but it's warm, and compared with 6:30 this morning, it's a bit of a difference. Trying to think that they pub, which all part of the Regis Centre, which was at the front, on the seafront, which I spoke about in June and I mentioned a little while ago. Trying to think the name of it. I've just seen a sign. It was called Brewers Fair. The pub was called the Brewers Fair, and yeah, I'm hoping, and I think it is going to be, that's going to be renovated as well as the Regis Centre and the new theatre. Right, just going to come to the sea. I'm just going to cross at the crossing. Might have a couple of minute walk up the seafront. I'm sure there'll be more during the week. And then video 1 of the holiday complete. What I've noticed parking on the seafront has got a little bit more expensive, because far as I remember, in June and previous to that, I'm pretty sure it was like $1.25 an hour, which, to be fair, was still pretty good. But when I got my ticket an hour or so ago, that 125 has shot up to 165. So that ain't good. But still, hey ho. It's only for today. I'll be on camp from 1 o'clock tomorrow. So I was off from last Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I've got a few things done at home. And I could mention a couple of times that I've had a bit of excess annual leave to get rid of, and I still have, to be honest with you. I've got to get rid of 6 days somewhere before the end of Jan or Feb, whenever it is. I'm carrying 10 over, which would give me about 40 odd days plus annual leave for next year. Where shall I go? I've still got to get rid of 6 days before the end of Jan or Feb. So within the next few weeks I'll be thinking about getting rid of them 6 days somewhere. Just another shot of the hotel at the front. See, there's a I don't know if you can clock them, but there's every second or third window is an arched window. Sounds like play school. Show me age there. Jesus. Through the arched window. Jesus.
I've got this to look here.
So the plan is, when I've checked into the hotel, £1.50. Oh, that was funny. So the plan is, when I check in at 3, have a quick chill out in the hotel room. See that. Have a chill out the hotel room. And then go and have a pint. The Premier Inn at Shripney. I think I've mentioned a few times on various videos that we 9 times out of 10, if we've got a week's holiday, come down on a Sunday, do the markets, Premier in it for the night, and then check in at Butlins on the Monday lunchtime, which is exactly what I'm doing. Now, 9 times out of 10, we would use the Shripney Premier Inn. It's nearly always the cheapest. So, as I said, it's cost me 55 quid, and that's included eat as much as you like breakfast in the morning, plus you don't have to check out until midday, which is quite handy. So what I might do, check in at 3, chill out for maybe an hour or 2, go and have a pint in the bar stroke restaurant, then make a decision whether to have a meal in the restaurant later on this afternoon or this evening, which I probably will do. It is pretty good food. Though I'm saying that, one of the previous holidays this year, I might have just been a random overnight stay. Can't remember. I had a burger. I didn't want anything too extravagant. Talking of food, just reminded me something to mention to you in a minute. One of my visits, it was either a random night stay over or night before holiday, can't remember which, but it was this year. I had a burger in the restaurant which is attached to the Premier Inn at Shripney, and I waited ages. Oh my days, I waited ages, right? And it was dry. Oh, it was dry. So I don't think I'll be having a burger. What we have had a couple of times, and Eddie absolutely loves it, they don't do them all year through. They have their own pies, meat pies, chicken or steak and ale, whatever. And we've had them a few times, homemade, and they are amazing. I love them, Eddie loves them. If you're wondering where Eddie is, Eddie will be down early afternoon tomorrow, probably an hour or 2 after I check in. He's had some family commitments, so he didn't come down with me today, Sunday. He'll be down tomorrow, As I said, Paul and co are coming down as well for the week. Great to have a catch up there. Catch up with various bits and pieces and gossip. So hopefully it's going to be a pretty good week. Yet again, we're going, me and Eddie. So we're staying in the Wave Hotel. Wave Hotel is booked. We are staying in the Wave Hotel, which is my second time in the Wave Hotel, and it's Eddie's first time in the Wave Hotel. Now, previous explained on a few videos, at the moment we no longer have any food plan, because over the 8 months, 2 years, we have had issues with a couple of the food plans, including premium food plans. So the past few times we've gone self-catering. It's cheaper, it works. There are a couple of other places on camp where you can have breakfast, which we did do in June. One of which was the pub. You can just turn up, I think for about 11 quid, I think it was. Eat as much as you can, breakfast. It was okay. It was okay. And I believe Papa John's Pizza also do breakfast as well. But failing that, there's a load of places in town, including the Syrup Cafe, which we walked by a little while ago. You can have breakfast there. So what I was going to say was, I've noticed, and many of you who are on the 1 or 2 Facebook groups of Butley's Bognor would have read that there's been, yet again, it's not the first time, an outbreak of food poisoning. Now, this is posts from random families. It's not just one family, it's been a few families, a handful of people who have come down with food poisoning. It ain't the first time, it probably won't be the last. So yet again, I'm quite glad really that we're not entertaining a food plan. I think Paul and co are. I'll find out tomorrow. So I think they're having a food plan, I'm guessing. But you know, sort it out. I've said it before, I need to get these things sorted. Right, going back up the seafront again. I'm gonna sit in the car for whatever. And then take a slow run round to Shripney. I might pop into Sainsbury's on the way. Just have a look round. which I think I will do. And then, as I said, check in a Premier Inn at 3, have a chill, go and have a couple of pints, and then decide whether to go back out later and have a meal of some description. I'm looking forward to Edward's reaction to the Wave Hotel. Obviously you've seen my video from was it January, I think it was, when I was upgraded. I was upgraded to the Wave Hotel. I previously booked a comfort room, which basically renamed Silver Accommodation. In January, and to my surprise, a week before January's holiday, I was upgraded to the Wave Hotel, and very impressed I was. So it's been my second time in the Wave. It'd be Eddie's first, and it'd be interesting to see what his reaction is. Scary. Right, so I'm just approaching the car. Where I will stop the video, and then that'll go into archive until I get it transferred and uploaded onto YouTube. If I can do it overnight, probably won't be. If I can't get that done the next couple of days, get that uploaded, that'd be one video out of the way. And then, as I said, after this one, there'll be another full walk around Butlins, pointing out what's new, which isn't that much, and pointing out physically what I was talking about in the St Catherine's Dock video a few months ago about their plans for inside the skyline, what they're going to move, where they're going to move it to, what they probably have to get rid of, etc. So I'm just going back to the car. I'm going to end the video there. My filthy, rotten, dirty car. It's nice and clean on the inside though. Right, I'm going to end the video there. The next video will be from Butlins on camp. and I'll decide what to do. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.